Hey, this is Sindre Jacobsen sending directly from Oslo. The sun sets behind me here. It's actually setting, yeah. And I just want to tell you a little bit about motivating people as a leader. And what is the biggest mistake we make as leaders when we're trying to motivate somebody? Well, first of all, we are trying to punish them or give them some kind of pleasure in order to get them to do things. If you are a leader of a company, let's say you're a CEO, most CEOs, they are either operating with this carrot and stick kind of motivation. It's a type of extrinsic motivation. So the extrinsic motivation is something that is motivated from without. That means that it's not within that person, something that they have to do, they ought to do, they need to do. But I'm here to tell you a little bit about inspired inspiration. I call it inspiration. It's actually intrinsic motivation, but just for the cause of it, let's call it inspiration. Let's just define that now at the beginning. And so the thing about inspiration is that it has to come from the person themselves. And you can hear them in their language whenever they are inspired by doing something. They are saying, I want to do, I would like to do, or I would love to do. That's when you kind of have your unconscious and conscious, and you have a conjunction between those. That means that they are combined. There's no gap between the subconscious and conscious mind. Because whenever you hear yourself, you need to do, or I need to do, I have to do, I ought to do, I should do, that's the conscious mind trying to win over the unconscious. And I really like this analogy that your conscious mind is basically your mind with your head, from head up, and your subconscious is the rest of the body, which represent 95% of your mind, basically. And this is what happens when you're trying to motivate people from without. We're trying to use this conscious mind to try to win over the unconscious, and that doesn't work. 19 out of 20 times that doesn't work. But when you get the heartstring of an individual, what they love to do, what they would like to do, what they would want to do anyways, they wouldn't want to do anything else. They see this like, this is something that I would do on my spare time. You have an inspired individual. And I'm gonna now teach you how you can inspire your employees or the people that you're leading. Let's say you're a leader of an organization, or you're just interested in leadership. There's a number of factors that I'm going to go through, but the most important thing is to identify the person's highest values. Everybody lives by a set of priorities, with higher priority, lower priority, higher value, lower value, more meaningful, less meaningful. When you can link that job responsibility or that task or obligation that you want to delegate to this person, when you can link this to their highest values, they're going to automatically be and spontaneously be inspired and take action on that exact obligation or task. Suddenly they are inspired, and they inspire other co-workers, they inspire other around them, they take leadership, they take responsibility, they are starting to be creative because their mind, their telencephalon, their forebrain activates and it gives them inspired vision because that's what they dream about. This is what they think about. This is what they visualize the most. When you as a CEO give their employees the opportunity to fulfill their highest values in their work, in their vocation, they're going to see the vacation and the vocation as one and the same. And probably now you have employees that's working maybe 8 hours, 9, 10 hours a day, constantly need to have sick days, constantly need to motivate them, constantly need to incentivize them, constantly need to remind them, and still they're not getting the job done as you wanted. You need to do it again and again and rehearse and stuff like that. Just identifying their highest values and linking them to the task is going to solve all of those problems. Let's say, what other things is it that also you can have your employees working maybe 14, 16 hours straight without needing any vacation, any holiday, any sick days. Because sick days and vacation is a result of not being inspired by work. Because they need that break in order to go to homeostasis in their body. Their body needs it because they're so stressed out because they are not inspired by what they're doing. So they need a break to come to a balance point. But when that balance point is within the working community or the company's community, and the culture that you're cultivating in the workspace, you automatically have inspired individuals that is gonna work tons more than anybody else, and they're gonna be way more productive, and you don't need to motivate them because they're leaders in their own field. Basically, they can see how they can fulfill their highest dreams, their highest potential by doing that task exactly. Or these tasks that the job responsibility requires. So, right now I'm working with companies. I give free strategy sessions for CEOs of companies right now. I'm gonna leave a link in the description, so you can send me an email or contact me, and I can give you a free 45-minute to an hour strategy session where you go through how this can help you in your company and how to actually identify your highest values and see if this is something that would be valuable to you. Okay, bye.